What's up, everybody? It is Monday and I am back again to trade. The big focus today is that over the weekend I did a lot of thinking, and I have absolutely been taking C setups and B setups as opposed to only A setups. I've had way too much lack of patience in this type of market, so I've been taking trades basically just based on the fear of missing out. So today my goal is to take at least one trade that is absolutely perfect and just ignore everything else, because clearly it has been working out. So obviously I need to kind of tighten my perception on what exactly is a good trade. So for my list today to pay attention to, I'm only taking A plus setups. It has to be your setup and it's got to be perfect. The market conditions matter regarding the sector, the industry, the SPY. How did I feel before the trade? I got a whole bunch of psychology stuff that I'm going to work with today. Every single trade that I take, I'm going to write down how I was feeling before it, what I liked about it. Actually, I need to write that down. And some other questions that I'm going to have to write whenever I enter a trade. Big red bars. Big red bars for high volume means shorts, low volume means profit taking. Let your winners run when the stock immediately is in your favor and you never have a drawdown on it. Market makers act at support and resistance if it's a clean break or a fake out. More volatile, the bigger spread, the more likely it is to make a move. Less volatile, obviously less likely to make a move. Pay attention to the broad market trends and patterns. For instance, right now the SPY is down just a little bit, but we've been moving down this trend for quite a while now. It's been a pretty choppy market here, so one of these days we'll break out of it. We're getting pretty close. I've been drawing some lines on it here. You can see we're kind of getting, for these two here, we're getting somewhat close to the decision point. Avoid refreshing bid and offer. Did some research on that. Obviously, if there's some seller that is trying to make the stock go down, you don't want to be buying that, because he alone is going to make it very difficult for the stock to start moving up. Let the market come to me. Hopefully, whenever I find a trade, I'm in it before I'm past the point where I need to make a choice if I need to jump in it now. Because I need to be able to give myself at least 2 minutes to decide whether or not I want to be able to take it. Though if it is an A plus setup, I should be able to notice it fairly quickly. It's just doing the extra research on the side, finding the sector, the industry, how it's been performing. Early market breakout ranges: 30 minutes in, 5-minute candles showing resistance. Slight pullback on low volume shows who's in control. Basically, after 30 minutes, you can figure out which way the stock is going to be trending for most of the day. Called the early morning breakout range, because if it's in a range, if the stock's in a range within the first 30 minutes and then we break out, that's what I'm looking for. If a breakout falls back into the range, simply protect your capital. I know that my best trades work immediately. If the spread is too big, don't take, or if it does look good enough, just use a smaller size, because obviously with that AOBC trade, I don't think, it might not have been AOBC, but there was one trade a while ago that I took that had way too big of a spread, and it cost me at least, an extra 10-20 bucks. Low volume breakouts will probably fail, especially in this kind of market, so I don't want to be taking anything where the volume is not in my favor. Reversals guided along the 9 EMA. I was doing a bunch of practicing over market in this kind of conditions, and one thing that I was noticing was that most of the reversals that I'm trading have a pretty good tendency to start following the 9 EMA. So if I do a reversal trade today, which I might not, because I kind of have to leave a little bit early today, 2 hours from now I'll probably have to start wrapping things up. So wait for the bar to close means patience, also equals the VWAP, especially for reversals. Probably not so much gap trades, but as for reversals, I want to wait till the bar closes to make sure that it's not just like I don't want to say a fake move, but just a light move where it's just random market noise. For reversals, I want them to be big, fast, have momentum, wait around the whole numbers. Entries on breaking of 5-minute candles or the 1-minute pullbacks. Exits on close below / above 9 EMA or 5-minute candle break. And you always want 3 big red 15-minute candles followed by a doji. So those are my reversals that I'm looking for. So really, I shouldn't be taking any reversals until 4 15-minute candles into the day. So we got 8:30 to 8:45 to 9 to 9:15 to 9:30. So really, I shouldn't be taking any reversals any earlier than 9:15. But obviously, if it's forming a candle at like 9:10 or something, and it's already looking like a doji, then that's up to my discretion if I want to hop in or not. Look at myself in third person. Should I be taking that trade? Anytime that I take a trade today, I want to sit here and think to myself, is this really a trade that I want to, 1, affect my profit and loss? Is it a trade that I consider an A+ setup? Or is it a trade that I want to, what's the word? Is it a trade that I think is going to be a positive trade for me? So I really don't have anything on my watch list today. Abercrombie and Fitch decided they're not going to do a merger, so they've been the ones that have been moving a bunch here. Daily's pretty good. Definitely been following the 200 EMA here. We're kind of breaking under these resistances. Really at an all-time low here. Yeah, it hasn't been ever this low, so definitely something to look out for. Probably look for a gap trade on it, but don't know if it'll get to that point, get all the way down here again. Market opens in 10 minutes. I'd be surprised if it could move 50 cents in 10 minutes, but anything could happen, I guess. Might just watch for a gap and go on this. INTC is another one that's moving down today. Intel decided, or Intel got downgraded today by Jeffries. So it's another stock that I'm paying attention to here. Kind of breaking under this resistance here, so that's a pretty good sign. We had that big move up. There's really nothing else until we get into the low 31s or 30s here. So this is probably a pretty good trade too here to take lower. I might actually take that one at the open, but we'll see what happens here in the next couple minutes. And that is it. I have 2 stocks on my watch list today. We got Abercrombie and Fitch and Intel. So whenever the market opens back up, I will turn this thing on and we will see what happens. Okay, well, a few things have happened. Intel all of a sudden had this big old move up, so now I'm no longer looking forward for a break under the pre-market low, because that is simply too big of a move for me to feel comfortable with taking that kind of risk. I'd be risking 12 cents on a stock that moves an average of, I don't know, 2 cents every candle, and I don't like trades like that at the gap, so I'll be looking for a gap and go on this one. I've also added SHPG to my list, so we'll just have to see what happens here. Alright, 600 shares in the first 5 seconds. Got 35, so 36. The stop loss, and under 23, so 13 cents. So 300 shares would look good underneath the lows here. The SPY's dropping pretty hard. Sector's moving down. And the buyers are coming in more than the sellers here. There's a lot at 35 though. We'll see what happens. The SPY's dropping pretty hard right now. If it gets down there, I'll take it. Yeah, a bunch of sellers here. Aw, shoot. Alright, what else are we looking at? 9. 23. Okay, can't say I like Intel. 2 more spies bouncing.
NVDA.
Same with the sector. Nvidia's apparently going crazy. This HPG made a move under the lows. It would have been a pretty good trade here. See, right at the open here, it broke it, but I mean, there's just not enough pre-market volume. Made a nice move though. Let's see. Looking at PayPal, looks all right. They got a high of 10. Looks like we pop right back to the lows here. Yeah, Intel's shooting up. PayPal looks like it wants to move higher here.
NVDA.
If I did take it, I would need it to get. I probably would have hopped in at the 93, so that is that 15 cents. Well, it got 15 cents. Wow. Big move up, big move down. I really do like it because of the wicks here. I tried to move lower and couldn't. Wow. Costco's getting hit pretty hard. Well, PayPal would have been a nice trade, but yeah, I guess with the market moving up as it is right now, could have been pretty nice. Let's see. So it looks like I might be topping out here. And the VWAP is definitely a good point to pay attention to. Or that's not the VWAP, this is the VWAP. Oh, the VWAP's way too low. And the tech sector's moving up pretty hard here. Let's see. Don't see anything. I'm looking at my chat room and people are throwing around a bunch of names here. But I ain't seeing anything special. Alright, well, no trades this morning, so I'll be sitting around next couple hours here, see if anything pops up. Okay, I am going to be taking a trade today, it looks like. I'm going to end up hopping in here on DHI once it gets up to this 37. Stop loss will be below this 80 here. See, the price action's been looking really good for it. It's an industrial goods company. The industry has been up super good this whole past week. SPY's about to make a new high. Something happened in the sector here where a whole bunch of buying just came in out of nowhere. The daily looks really good on this. You see, it's had 2 huge moves up now. Just waiting for it to get up there. It's been kind of bouncing around. I wouldn't mind seeing a pullback here for a better risk-reward setup here. But if it gets up to that 36.99, I'll end up hopping in here. See, the volume's kind of starting to increase here. We got a couple more minutes for this to get up there too. Alright, shoot, a little bit late, but I'm hopping in at 37 here. Plus, you can see down here or that's at 35. There was a 36.92 up here that had like 100 shares on the bid. Yep, SPY's making a new high day here. Well, I did misread that. That is 35.92. That's not 36.92. Alright, we're seeing a little bit more of a move here. Not that many. Still liking the numbers here. SPY still making highs. Sector's moving up.
RH.
wall here. Yeah, that's what I like to see.
Carriage.
Market's turning around a little bit. Wow.
Carriage.
It's alright, got a little bit of a pullback. So I've been up at and it's all on an uptick too. I need to really figure out what that means exactly. Ooh, SPY's dropping. Any pullback I'll take. Yeah, SPY's pulling back pretty hard right now. No pullback though. Any pullback. Okay, exit the trade at 37.15. I have to leave, so I'm going to do a quick end-of-day recap. I really like this trade because it had positive news. I was checking out the industry. The industry has been crazy green. This has had a really nice run up in the past couple of days here. It was making a really good trend line that it was following. Same you can still see here. I don't know where this stock is going to end up later in the day. But the SPY was moving up at the time, making a new high of days. The sector was moving up. Overall, it's a pretty good trade here. Exactly what I'm looking for. Hit the whole number, pulled back, kind of creeping back up on volume. No red candles in here. See the volume's creeping up there, and then here again, and then we finally had the break over 37 here. Held to 37. This would have been a pretty good trade to add into. I'm wondering what the SPY is going to do for the rest of the day here, but definitely did pretty good. Only taking A setups. This was definitely an A setup. So far 1 for 1, starting off the week pretty good. I wrote down a whole bunch of psychology things that I wrote down for this trade that I just took here. I had a confidence level of 4. Time of day was a 5. I was in it for 1. I was in this trade for 17 minutes. I wrote down that it had a nice pullback, looked great, whole numbers matter. The numbers were great on the bid and the ask. I feel like I didn't want to lose. I didn't want to lose her at all to start off the week, really, so I'm pretty happy to start out with the winner. The strong bids looked great. It was coming back up on better volume. Even on the 5 minutes here, you can see it was creeping up, kind of gaining some momentum, and I felt the need to exit simply because I had to leave. Otherwise, I probably still not at my point where it was a 1-to-1 yet, but once I get back, I'll check it out and see what it did and everything. Let's see. Let the market come to me. I did. I waited for it to get all the way up to around the 37, 36.99 area. Market conditions were great, especially for a Monday at this time of day. Definitely don't see that too often, the SPY having a trend anyway. Didn't take any reversals today. There were a couple of decent setups, I guess, but nothing was good enough, so definitely sticking to my goals in that, staying disciplined. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back again tomorrow.